made a statement on I think on Adam 22's on Adam's channel. He said Chito Ramos is a buster and he has more respect for the real busters. You know how uneducated that sounds. The whole thing. He shouldn't. First of all, she shouldn't. Whatever him and Chito Ramos got going on, Chito Ramos is still a homie. You're not gonna tell the enemigos that I have more respect for you than I do on my own homie, and then disrespect the enemigos at the same time like that. It didn't make none of that makes any sense. None of that makes sense to me. You gotta move and navigate a different way, Swifty Blue. You can't. That's just childish shit. Just like being in the county when somebody jams you up about one of your homies you don't like, instead of just be like, yeah, he's out there, he's working or whatever. They'll sit there and put him down. They'll sit there and tell their enemy everything about their homie that they don't like. Like you don't. That's just something you don't do. It's like women. That's like women do that. Bam Bam does that. What are you doing, babe? Minding your own business. There's no communication. There's no nothing. These think about like everybody says that the streets and everything's watered down now. But you think about being a youngster right now, it's probably hard because you go to the joint, you got no homies that are like really teaching you. So you get to the joint, you don't have no schooling, and then you want to go home. You got the administration talking about if you want to go home now, you got to go to this yard program with these child molesters, and if not, you're like they have all kinds of different obstacles we never had. Like it was never okay to be a PC. You guys are making it okay to be a PC, so these kids are getting confused. There's all kinds of drugs out now. Before you just smoked weed, crack, or speed. Now they got everything. They got a Nas. They got starch. I mean, fabric cleaner. Fucking all kinds of different things that these kids do. These kids don't want to fight no more. That's why Swifty Blue acts the way he does. He doesn't have nobody really guiding him. That's what happens when you don't ask for guidance. When some people they feel that if you give them advice that you're trying to belittle them. You got to be like a sponge. You got to be willing to soak up all kinds of game, no matter like understanding people and relating to people is a key. It's a tool if you use it right. And a lot of people they become prejudiced towards other people because whenever somebody doesn't know about something, they get on the defensive side of things. They get like they feel like little. They feel small. So instead of feeling that way, what they'll do is they'll be prejudiced towards a certain topic or towards a certain person because they're not educated enough. So when as a person mentally they feel that they don't understand something, so the first thing they do is either put it down or push it away instead of opening up their arms and learning about it. Some people have a hard, a really hard uh, time doing that. You gotta, like I said, you gotta be a sponge. You gotta be able to soak in all the game, no matter where it's from. It just helps you in life. Like I would be telling, I'll tell my girl like, I can't see eye to eye with a lot of people on YouTube. And if you think about it, right, all the viewers and all the subscribers are like somehow, some way, trickle down from these from the Dubs and the Gunners, and these are all PC channels that are bigger. They've been around longer, so they're the ones that are going to bring the audience, right? So it trickles down. If you think about it, Rob, he's another one that has 10,000 viewers, 10,000 subscribers. You got on YouTube, they all look at life and things the same way. They're okay with PCs. Look at I'm not trying to take shots at anybody, but High Power Fitness, he's another one. He doesn't care what you are. He has what, 10,000 followers. Um, it's a narrative that's been painted. It's a that 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 I don't want to be a part of. So um, I'll struggle as far as subscribers. But I started this channel in December of last year, and I got almost 100,000 views. That's equivalent to somebody with 5,000 subscribers, and I only have 252. So people are tuning in. You know what I mean? They want to see what my ass is saying. Trust, you can best and believe that. But you're not going to hear like me tell you, go to a 50-50 yard, go home, go see your family. I'm not going to tell you that. I want you to go home. There's a way to go home, but if you got to go to a 50-50 yard, you got to get out that yard. You know, you're only going to miss a year or two, if that. If it could be anywhere from 90 days to 2 years, whatever. You know, if you're just getting off on somebody, you're going to be home in 6 months, if that. But some people can't even do that. You can't even sacrifice 6 months. Then you shouldn't be gangbanging. That's a fact. So my message is not going to never be like that. Um, Graduating, that's a must. Going back to school is a must. Taking care of your kids is a must. But standing on business is a must to me. You know, I'm not saying go out there and fight with everybody. That's not what I'm saying. But when time permits itself, and it's your time to shine, and the lights turn on, and it's your time to get busy, you get busy. That's what I'm saying. You don't do something from a distance. You don't do something from a distance. You don't poke the bear from a distance and I give that person like if I disrespect you, I'm gonna always give you the opportunity to either run it or get your shots back. Because a person that disrespects somebody and runs, there's no bigger form of a bitch than that. So if I'm willing to disrespect you, I will be willing to pull up or have you to pull up if it goes that far, is what I'm trying to say. If you're not willing to go that far, then you shouldn't disrespect anybody at all. You shouldn't disrespect people at all. But sometimes our anger gets the best of us. Our fingers get to texting. So if you're willing to disrespect somebody, you should be willing to take that ass whipping that comes with it, or give out an ass whipping. If not, then don't fight. Don't end up in those positions. Don't put yourself in those positions. You know. I bring up Swifty Blue, and I also bring up I'm gonna bring up High Power Fitness right now. I haven't gotten in the middle of you and Lucky, and I'm not going to, but I am going to point out some things since you like to do that a lot. What you did to Lucky Dog, you did to me too. So, in all reality, my boy, High Power Fitness, you have a history of it. People tell you something, dog, you tend to use it against that person. Like if they're bullets, if somebody tells you something, dog, other than they raped somebody or they did some foul shit, you should try keeping that shit to yourself, dog. That's just advice, you know. We're not gonna go over like what what me and you went over, what we went through, but you know what you did, dog. I've never did anything like that. Um, you should try to refrain from always down talking Lucky, dog. Like every chance you get, and he hasn't really been mentioning you. I'm not taking sides right now because he don't really like me, so I don't get no points with him. So I'm not trying to get points. But I'm just trying to make you're an older homie. You got a bigger channel. I think you should take the initiative to change your approach on how you lead by example. You know, you want that status that you're craving. We all do at some point, you know, especially if you're used to it. If you're that man, then you're gonna walk that way. And I have no problem with you being confident. You know, in hindsight, I I respect it. You know, I respect a man that's really confident in himself. You're supposed to, but you can't let that cloud your. Don't let that cloud your judgment, dog. That's all I'm saying. Lucky's older homie, dog. He's cool. You're all right too. Um, but on this one, dog, I kind of know what Lucky's talking about because you know, as mean you did it to me. I'm not tripping on it, dog. It happens. But I mean that's that. Uh, I still believe that you know, no matter what, we all have a position to play. Some of you guys are really in here for views and subscribers. You know, I'm not mad at you. Some of us are here just to, like I said, get our brand out there and kind of like change the narrative, you know, and slide in some information and pick up some information. You know, want to bump heads? I'm not trying to bump heads with nobody because I'm gonna tell you to pull up and you guys are gonna piss on yourself. So that's a waste. So yeah, just as music, you know, camaradas, I thought I would shed a little light, you know, on a few little topics. You guys be cool, be safe. I'm gonna work on my personality. Next time I'm gonna come back, maybe I'll be dressed up like a drag queen. I don't know. I'm cool, be safe. I'm going. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from them dropouts. That's one thing I can't stop stressing.